Dedicated, enthusiastic, exceptional, attentive, proactive. These are just a few of the words used to describe our next award winner. With a network of nearly 2,000 VFW accredited service representatives, we hear some incredible stories of the work that is accomplished on behalf of our veterans. Today, we honor one of those individuals who's making a true difference. Department of Rhode Island Service Officer Raymond Denisewich was appointed as a Department Service Officer in June 2016 and received his accreditation that August. His leadership and implementation of best practices has set a new high standard for service. Raymond has enthusiastically embraced the VetRespect case management and claims processing systems, rapidly transitioning into the age of electronic records, and has instituted a review and purge process to ensure veterans' records are posted to both VA and VFW case management systems. Raymond is active with various veteran service and support organizations, government organizations, and regularly attends veterans community activities and meetings. He routinely partners with his regional office to assist and support veterans and their families. He encourages veterans to utilize VA health care, vet centers, and other local veterans resources. As the author of the first DSO post-service officer training lesson for Rhode Island, Raymond provides annual post-service officer training and general service officer briefings at the department annuals convention. He single-handedly has secured a $30,000 grant for the state of Rhode Island Veteran Service from the Veteran Service Affairs, allowing for an increase of capabilities and capacity of the service officers. He is certainly deserving of today's honor. Please join me in welcoming the 2017 VFW Accredited Service Representative of the Year, Mr. Raymond Denisewich.
VFW Accredited Service Representative of the Year Award 216-217 and citation awarded to Raymond Denisewich of Rhode Island in special recognition of his superior work in support of the mission of the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States. His remarkable and steadfast service to our nation's veterans on behalf of the VFW Department of Rhode Island is a credit to himself, his department, and our entire organization. His actions exemplify the promise, no one does more for veterans, thus earning him the distinction of VFW Accredited Service Representative of the Year. In witness whereof we have hereunto set our hands in the official seal of the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States this 25th day of July 2017, signed by Brian Duffy, Commander-in-Chief, Robert E. Wallace, Adjutant General.
Good morning, VFW members, VFW auxiliary members, which I know are in another room, families and friends of the Veterans of Foreign Wars. I would like to acknowledge Commander-in-Chief Brian Duffy, the Senior Vice Commander-in-Chief Keith Harmon, Adjutant General Robert E. Wallace, National Veteran Service Director Ryan Gallucci, Department of Rhode Island Veterans of Foreign Wars Commander, and the person that submitted my credentials for you all to evaluate and absolutely award me like an incredible honor. Thank you, Gina Marie Doherty. Department of Rhode Island VFW Auxiliary President Stephen Doherty. Department of Rhode Island Adjutant Salvatore Capriccio. Incoming Department of Rhode Island Commander William Ciano. Thank you, Bill. Incoming Department of Rhode Island Adjutant Stephen Stewart. The Veterans Affairs Regional Office Director E.J. McQuaid and his staff, particularly public contact. Without their assistance, I would not be standing here today. Most importantly, My lovely wife, Susan, thank you for all your support. As I stated yesterday, it is a distinct honor to be recognized by the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States. As a full-time volunteer, I am privileged to serve our veterans, their families on a daily basis, to include weekends. It's all good. I would like to put a human face on the veterans that we help. You probably can't see this, but this is a picture of Stephen Andreoli, his wife, and their 2 children. They came into the regional office right before Christmas. I asked them 2 questions. Can I have your phone number? Didn't have one. I knew the answer to the next question. Where do you live? He says, we don't. We are homeless. Whether it's a car or a friend or a relative's house, they've been bouncing around for quite a while. Within 3 or 4 days, we were able to secure this young veteran assistance with emergency housing. Actually, we got that same day. We got him money, stipends. Thank you, VFW Post 2812, for donating money and baskets for the children. We also got him health care. We submitted his claim in on a flash basis. Bottom line, within a month, maybe a month and 2 days, this fine young veteran of the Iraq and Afghanistan wars was 70% service-connected, had a home to live in, was going back to school, had a 19-hour-a-week job to supplement himself, and his family was now all together in one location with heat. So that's the face of what we, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, this is what we do every day for our veterans. The second face that I want to put on, so for all of you, I know you understand, but I want to say it, the second face of what we do for veterans is a young man, a very young man, John O'Hara. He's 96 years young. John is a veteran of World War II. He served in the Operation Torch in the Mediterranean. His ship was torpedoed, sunk, one of the few survivors. He later on went to the Pacific Theater, 13 battle stars on the USS Alabama as a quad 40-millimeter gun captain. Kamikaze attacks, torpedo attacks, you name it. I'd like to read the rationale that the Veterans Affairs Regional Office wrote about this fine young man. The rationale was due to several traumatic events that you experienced, including being attacked on the USS transport William B. Biddle when it was struck by 2 torpedoes and sunk, being on a landing craft while landing at Blue Beach in North Morocco, Africa, and seeing the boat next to you explode, which threw bodies up into the air everywhere, and being on the USS Alabama during 1943 during a Japanese air attack and firing at fighter planes carrying torpedoes which were flying just above the ocean, which was all part of sufficient magnitude to cause you PTSD, as well as your award of the Purple Heart. 72 years later, the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States of America got this veteran the medical care and the compensation he richly deserved. 72 years later, and we, the members of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, we helped this veteran. And lastly, this last month has been a great month for World War II veterans. I assisted a paratrooper from World War II getting 70%, another 71 years later, and also a 94-year-old veteran, which we finally got him 100% after waiting 32 years. So we're doing the right kinds of things for veterans. In closing, I am humbled by the recognition. I am proud, I mean it, I am proud to be a member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States of America. No one does more for veterans than the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States of America. Thank you all for allowing me to present myself to you. Thank you, the leadership, for allowing me to be here. And God bless all of you. God bless this great organization. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you.